This episode is fueled by Mountain Ops, supplements to conquer more and crush your countdowns. Visit mountainops.com for all your supplemental needs. Fuel, recover, repeat.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm not going to use the word pathetic, but yeah. Ew. Oh, man, this is going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be full of editing my coughs out.
Keep hammering.
Oh, all right. We got this. My energy is depleting. Hey, I have to admit something. Last episode, I full on lied on accident. Our intro last week when you said I looked so freaking handsome, and talked about how Haley stole my flannel and I got it back and I don't wear her clothes. I, in fact, gave her that flannel that I forgot about, and I steal her sweatpants all the time. All the time. But she heard that episode and she marched in and she's like, "Excuse me."
You can't lie.
She used some other words. She's like, "You jerk." But, excuse me. For the record, straight. So I just want to come in and say I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize, but I do. When she said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I do steal your sweatpants all the time." So it's comfy.
She's not a large woman.
No, she's not.
So are her sweatpants like skin tight on you?
They fit really nice.
Oh,
okay, these are sweatpants, not leggings. So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like between the sizes. I mean, yeah. Anyways,
I don't know. Chicken legs, man.
Yeah.
But welcome everybody.
You know where liars go.
Fresno.
I mean, if anybody's from Fresno, we love you.
Yeah. Well, they know.
Yeah, they know. They live there. They know.
Yeah. I'm sick, so this is why I look like a ghost, because in my ghost sheet. I'm on the mend.
Welcome back, COUNTDOWNTO
Thank
podcast. You. I'm your co-host Drew.
I'm Leighton,
and we're brothers.
Yeah.
And you said you were sick. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's the blanket for?
Warmth?
Sympathy. I mean,
sympathy, attention, warmth.
There's jackets. Yeah. There's, I
got a hoodie. It's cold,
no, that's not a blankie.
It is pouring down rain. This is a duvet.
It's a binky. You're using that like a where's your pacifier? That's my question now. Oh gosh.
I didn't actually throw this in my mouth.
Sure.
But it's raining outside. I'm just like, I have to hang out with my brothers. Get to hang out with my brothers. Sorry. Yeah, you're welcome. Dude. Yeah. Yesterday I was just like dead. I was just like, it was not great. And then this morning I started feeling like dead too. And then I started moving around and getting things ready. And I was like, oh, okay, I have some energy. Cool. And
I'm alive.
Today is Haley and mine's anniversary.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. So I went out and got her coffee, and that took about all the energy I had.
Did you get her a present?
We're going to get plants later for the house.
Did you get her some sweatpants to replace? I almost got you mid-drink.
No, you did almost get me. But no, we're going to dinner. Oh my gosh.
You're a mess, bro.
I am a mess. We're
our
going,
ratings just tanked
so much. Yeah, because I gave half our audience a heart attack with that sound. Anyways,
two people.
And now we're going to dinner later, and we'll probably go over to Ukiah and just walk around shops and have some coffee and just kind of
nice. Well, hey, bro.
Hopefully go mountain biking tomorrow.
With your binky.
Okay. Yes, with my binky.
Well, congratulations on your anniversary. Congratulations on all you've accomplished this year. And I'm not saying as in by way of a girlfriend, but just in the sense of like, it's beautiful when the hell I love pop-ups. It's beautiful when spouses, significant others, girlfriends, whatever, boyfriends, are just an amazing inspiration for change. For when they believe in you and help you. And I mean, my wife helps me all the time with things that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm either blinded by, whatever. This is my blind spot, and she identifies it, and or whatever. Yeah, it's just super awesome. So I'm stoked you guys have that. I'm stoked that she's in your life, and you're a better person because of her. I mean, and that's
I
no
am.
diss on you. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
the beauty of her and you guys together
Yeah.
as a unit. So, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, I've said for a while that like because I don't like put all my happiness into a person anymore or anything.
You used to.
Or my I used
Me.
to, or my
Me.
purpose. And boy was I let down. And Zinger. But no, it was just like before her, I got my life together, I got healthy, but like there was something big missing, and she's just that missing puzzle piece that kind of made everything flourish after that. And
Okay.
every day is just full of joy and fun.
Before I start barfing and everybody else.
Yeah.
No, we love you, Haley, and appreciate you, and shout out to you. Thanks for putting up with my brother.
Yep. She says you're welcome, and she'd like $5. And she's not even here, but I just know.
What is going on? Anyways, so purpose. Our episode is on purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
On purpose?
This
episode's on purpose.
It is.
This was not an accident.
You are an accident. This episode's on purpose.
It's surprise. I was a surprise.
To everybody
very much.
still. Continue on. Purpose.
Me? Okay.
You're the one that wanted to talk about this. You had fire for it. Go ahead.
I don't remember. My brain fell apart the last 2 days.
Did you write this, or did NyQuil write this?
Both. Dude, this Dayquil is enough of a killer, let alone NyQuil. I just had Dayquil, that's it. But man, that makes my brain spin. Holy cow.
I want to bring up this thing called our outline, and our subject is purpose.
Yes.
Let's go with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're coming back. Zero in.
Yeah, well, we've been talking, our last couple episodes, something in the back of my mind kept popping up with like finding your purpose, leading with your purpose, like, I don't know. I realized we never talked about like what purpose is, what our purpose, yours and mine's is, how to find it. There's also like, I feel like people get lost in jobs, in their family, in the weight of the world, that they forget who they are, and so they don't know their purpose, or they've forgotten it. And then there's people like me who you've never even found it till recently, and just kind of having an open discussion about that, basically.
Yeah. No, I like it because I mean, when you propose purpose on purpose, no, it was just very much like, okay, purpose, and I got to think, I was like, I mean, I wonder if, because myself included, it was like, I wonder how many of us kind of lose focus because, as we get older, and this podcast is kind of geared towards, just advancing in each year and making better choices and better changes, stuff like that. But, if we don't have a true north or a true focus or a true idea of who we and where we're going, who we are, what we're going, you kind of lose that. And so you kind of lose your true north. I'm just going to use that word. I don't know if I'm too excited about it, but you kind of lose that. And then where are you at? And so it's like, well, what direction I go when life gets tough, like you're saying. So I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Thank
Let's
you.
do this,
Yeah,
baby.
and like I feel like the world really defines like purpose on achievements, things you've done. Like I don't know, all those things are kind of just empty to me. I'm not saying they don't matter and that people don't work hard for them. Um, but I don't know, like I actually haven't even thought about purpose until we started working on this episode
Hmm.
on like I feel like it's if you strip away the things of the world, the achievements, jobs, family, uh, kids, partners, whatever. Like, what are you living for? Outside of that, what makes you happy? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What gets you going? And if it's nothing, then cool. You have a full like a project. You have a fun little project to work on. Like, oh, what excites me? Like, because like, jobs modern day things that we like often have defined our purpose 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, like it wasn't around, that wasn't as common. So like this is stupid, but I'm like, as a caveman, how'd you find yourself purpose? Like, but because our brains weren't quite developed then. But I don't know, I'm just thinking of like it's so easy to fill our life full of things and stuff and cars and houses, and that can like give a false sense of purpose
Yeah.
of what we're here for, and it can really like you could have a void in yourself that you're trying to fill with stuff, with bikes. Can't believe I said
Don't
that.
don't even. Come on.
Yeah, no, bikes, everything besides bikes.
Okay.
Anyways, that you think at the end of the day, you're just like, you can feel empty. You can have all these things. You could be the most popular person in the room, but you can feel so empty.
Mhm.
And that's a very common feeling. And
Right.
it can make you like, what's wrong with me? And then you get depressed, and it's like, no, how about you just like, let's focus on the core, on where you're at. What is your purpose? And it might sound cliche, but it's important.
No, hands down, because if you don't have that, again, you're just gonna with each wave that comes, you're just gonna be, subject to that.
Yeah.
It's a utter. It's a ship has a udder? No, rudder. Not an udder.
Udder.
Not an udder. I mean,
This is how we feed the sailors.
I don't know. I don't know many ships, but I don't think they come with udders. Rudder.
Rudders.
Rudder. The word of the day is rudder.
Rudder.
But yeah, if you don't have a rudder, I mean, you're just like, obviously, just going to go wherever the waves take you. And so a purpose is our rudder. I don't know.
Wow, I like that.
Let's coin
I
that.
realized that was the same tone as my wow. Like
Wow.
but
Wow.
yeah, and I'd say it's not like a destination; it's more of a direction. So that's perfect, like on where you're headed. A rudder to get you there, and yeah, just one way. And I think it changes too, and I think it's something you got to remind yourself. And like, it's also not like a pain in the butt work. Like it's not like you got to get up and like, what's my purpose? Let's work on it today. It's just like, no, just keep it like as you take the kids to soccer on a Saturday morning, for their game. That just reminds me, Caden, I think, has a game today that I forgot about. Anyways, sorry.
Well,
great parenting.
hey, you're new at it, all right?
It might be a bye week. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, but just as you're moving yourself and your life forward, move it in the right direction. That's helpful. That leads away against harmful things.
Mm-hmm.
And just live life with purpose.
Yeah. Well, I like what you said. You said purpose isn't a destination; it's a direction. You and I, we often talk about like, hey, we're not here based off of like arrival. Where you're based off a journey, we might be a little bit farther along in somebody's journey, or in different ways, maybe. I mean, maybe, and that's why community is so important, is because we learn from each other if we allow ourselves to. But yeah, purpose isn't a destination. It's just that guiding light, so to speak. So
yeah, and like everyone goes through painful things. Everyone goes through. You're not alone in the painful things of the world, and like those things will attack who you are, your purpose. It can bring you, it can crush you, and we're trying to like heighten your purpose to like fight against those things, like make it a threat, in a way. But
and develop it. I mean, it shouldn't be in other people. I mean, it could be me for you, but anyways, it shouldn't be your partner.
Yes,
because that's up and downs, and if you're basing everything on that, that your focus is going to go up and down with the relationship, so to speak. And actually, that's a lot of pressure on them. That's undue. That sucks for them. And so, yeah.
Dude, I can totally speak to that, because I put my purpose in other people a lot, and that part of that's with people pleasing, and just like it's the toxic side of serving others as well, to where you lose yourself. But I would 100% put it in a spouse or a partner, and yeah, it is a lot of pressure. I didn't know it back then, but when they have to take care of themselves and other people in their lives, and they're in school or whatever, and they have to worry about you and all the and feel like they have to take care of you, like you lose love. Like I'm not saying, like, there are definitely seasons where one person's 80%, the other person's 20%, like you got to pick up, but you got to be on the same page. Well,
I remember when I was first diagnosed with fibro, and this is about 10 years ago, and I'm just in a ball of pain and all this stuff like that. And after a while, my wife, Alyssa's like, I make a great wife. I don't make a great mother to you. And I appreciated that, because she's like, I mean, it was so telling. Like, she's like, I'll be there for you as a spouse, and I'll take care of you as a spouse, but I'm not your mother.
right.
And like, at first I'm like, duh. But then again, it's like, oh, you know what? I was kind of just milking this a little bit longer than, or farther than it need to, or whatever the case may be. But but it was nice, because it was like that telling, like, no, I'm,
yeah. No, that's great. And I dealt with that too, because I lost my mom at 18, and so
I
like
lost my mom too. I wasn't 18 though, so it is different.
No, you're like 45. Anyways.
My maturity was.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, like definitely not in your partner. I've had to catch myself too, like there are times where like we were the last month, most of the summer, we were out of town a lot, so we weren't at church, we weren't like at community group, we weren't like, wasn't being fed
outside of your family, immediate,
and it was like, dude, I was starting to rely a lot of things on Haley, and like I could see it like affecting us, and I was like, dude, no, I need to be looking here north, and you be looking at God to like give me direction, to be able to give them direction. And like, and once I made that shift, it like everything came back to light. It was really cool. But it was just like, I just noticed, I was like, dude, like, yeah, I am, because she's got a lot going on, and the kids and stuff, and if I'm just acting like one of the kids, like, oh, I need, like need stuff too, what?
Okay,
you're smiling.
I haven't been in your studio, but I know where you live. It sounds like a threat. USPS does not know where you live. Anyways, which way's north?
That way.
I feel like it's that way for you.
I'm facing the lake.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
See, I feel like you're backwards, but
I'm facing east. Yeah, it's
gotcha.
That way.
Okay.
I always know. Like I've always, it's, as I've gotten older, it's gone down a little bit. But ever since I was a kid, I could feel like the gravitational pull a little bit. Like I could always point
Sure.
north. Like I remember an ex of mine, she like tried to surprise me for my birthday and she blindfolded me and then took me around town.
Okay, stop episode right here.
Okay, stop it. and
Ew.
like and was trying to like throw me off where we're at, and I was like, no, I know exactly where we're at. Right? You know, and north is this way. And she's like, you suck, dude. And like, but anyways,
That is your superpower. I mean, that's, you know,
the one and only.
Yeah, take it or leave it. This man knows
Yep.
north.
Knows north. Yeah.
No, but I
No
think that
stars,
this is a big thing with at our age, especially my age, in 40s, and where marriages are at. If the dude doesn't have like an idea of their purpose, their focus, stuff like that, you know, I mean, there obviously it is a thing. If it's not sooner, you know, the midlife crisis happens, and you know, that I think that's where a lot of marriages get wrecked, is the dude just doesn't have a direction, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean that's a very generalized, maybe possibly overstatement, but the guys I've seen around me, my friends, my coworkers, all that stuff like that, at this age, they're just like, oh my gosh, like what has my life become? And they, scramble and buy things and stuff, and they're really mixing purpose with identity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're trying to find identity, and so they go buy things and collect things, and this is who I am, and wife, you better be on board with it, because this is the direction I'm going. And I just think it's a killer if you don't, if you confuse that worth and identity, or purpose and identity, and then B, if you don't have your purpose down and your identity down, you're just swimming and directionless.
Yeah, literally directionalist. Like, man, I just took a turn. Wow, like I just felt sickness throw my brain.
Oh, so let's watch Leighton
deteriorate.
Pull through
television.
Pull through.
Oh,
your purpose
Wow.
is to finish this podcast strong. Yeah, and entertaining,
Arg.
and like with
It will
lots
be
of
that.
insight and wisdom. So no pressure, but that's
Have
your
I
purpose.
ever brought that?
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Is like maybe
Oh,
this is
we're
the
gonna
turning
start.
point. Yeah. And your
this
catalyst is sickness. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Boom.
Okay.
Lay it on us, bro. Lay it on us.
Well, I have a question for you.
Huh.
Actually,
Is this on the spot?
no, this is in the outline.
Oh, I didn't read it.
I think.
I didn't care to read
yeah,
it.
sounds about right. That's usually how we go.
I mean, I can't read.
So those many years ago, like when I was living in Portland and you were in Portland with me, we were mountain biking and you were doing the Miracle Morning, and you may have already done this, but I definitely didn't. Do you think if you had a direction, a mindset of finding purpose when we were, trying to figure ourselves out back then, do you think having that direction of what is my purpose, like, would have made a difference? If I asked that terribly, I'm sorry.
Well, you did, but that's okay. I'm used to it. I'm deciphering the code here. No, a great
Okay.
question. I think, and maybe you could relate to this, I think in our family, being we're brothers, we share same parents, obviously at different times just because of the age gap. 14 years, something like that. Anyways,
Something like that,
there wasn't a lot of focus on purpose, and I don't want to put down our parents. Our parents, I think, did an amazing job, especially for how they grew up. Night and day difference from how they grew up. They did an amazing job, but they weren't that focused on. Oh my gosh! Do you want to tuck in? Do you want a nightcap? I mean, you little.
I might be lying down by the time this episode's over. We'll see.
Man, you
Please
gotta-
continue.
Yeah, find your purpose in manning up. No, I'm sure. Anyways, there wasn't a lot of focus on like, hey, try, besides God and stuff like that, there was no like, hey, what are you gonna do? I remember graduating high school and going to, the party afterwards, which is a family party, and then you go off to, friends or whatever. And like our aunts being like, hey, Drew, what are you doing now? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it just was not on my
totally.
radar to like, while I had classmates who like started their college direction in freshman, maybe even sooner year, I was just like, yeah, I'm not sure. And I floundered. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know the direction. I didn't know what I was about, so fast forward, go through marriage, go through, I've been married coming up on 21 years.
Woo.
And yeah, and I mean, that was a very sarcastic but
I was like, wow.
I mean, it's amazing. And it was hard. It's been hard and amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how the mix goes all in one.
Yeah.
And that was part of it. This is part of it. Me finding a purpose, me finding a direction, me finding that true north. When I was confused with things, I would blow through paychecks. I'd blow through whatever to grab things around me because I confused it with identity. If I had this amazing smoking hot wife, which I do, that will bring me this status or whatever the case may be. It didn't. Thankfully, I still have this amazing wife, smoking hot. Yeah.
Just stop talking.
I just no. I hate it when guys brag about their wives. Like, I got a smoking hot wife, and it's like I don't want to think about your wife as smoking hot. She's beautiful and attractive. I have a beautiful, attractive wife, smart as ever, and yeah, that's how I'm gonna leave it. So, and so when you came and moved up to Portland, I was in my mid 30s. Yeah.
It was like 2015, 2014.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't help.
10 years ago.
And I started the book, The Miracle Morning. I had a friend that suggested it. And it's like, hey, we should read this book. And he'd always talked about, hey, we should read a book together. And I'm like, I hate books. I don't even know how to read. And does it have pictures and is it a comic? And so finally I was like, okay, let's read this book. Long story short, it was just on self-work. And through 6 elements of getting up early, it's just based off of what success will be to do. Anyways, I started doing these practices and like my life started to change. I started to find that purpose, and like I do wish I had something of that nature growing up, because long story or long answer, you asked, do you think my life would be different? Absolutely. I mean, the things I think now, if I had back then, I'd be in a world of different place. And the things I think now and are pursuing now, it's taken me longer to execute, but I just perceive the next 10 years or in 10 years or whatever, my life absolutely transformed because of having these purposes and practices in place, followed by wisdom just because of age and the graces of God, that it will be totally, absolutely radically different.
Yeah.
For the better, kind of thing. So that's my answer. There you go.
Cool.
Good job. Long. You're welcome. We're done. Episode done.
It was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, go ahead and hop off, Drew.
Whatever. You're going to be the one.
Done.
You're going to be the one sleeping in a minute here. I got my pinky.
I think I'm. Since you asked, I think I.
You wouldn't shut up, so I could.
Let me ask myself the question.
Please, before you fall asleep.
I think so. When I was living in Portland, I was crazy depressed, drinking a lot. Didn't quite know I was depressed. I think was going to school. My partner at the time, wife at the time, was in grad school for PA. So like she was gone 80 to 100 hours a week. So I was pretty much by myself. I had my awesome brother. He got me into mountain biking, which saved my life. But and I was training. I was exercising, not how I'm training now, but like I was running a lot. And I was trying to like make good habits with because you were doing the Miracle Morning thing, and I was too when I
was sober.
Could. Yeah, when I was
I
sober.
mean,
Seriously.
kind of not joking.
Yeah, kind of
I
not
mean, joking,
joking.
but not joking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But like I look back when I'm talking when I asked this question, I was like I was just kind of doing it
Yeah.
because it was the right thing to do. Like I was just in the motion of things. Like, all right, I'm training. I didn't have like I'm training for this or I'm doing this for this outcome. I wasn't. I don't know if I had the capacity to think further than the next day. It was just
Well, let
surviving
me ask you a
that
question.
day. Mm.
Was it sort of because I'm asking from experience of myself? Was it sort of just you didn't have like, or let me reframe it. You lived in the moment each day. There was
Yeah.
no like,
Well,
hey, in the future, I mean, just much focus on the future.
that's what's so hard because I say that I was trying to survive each day, but I also could not stop thinking about the future in a toxic way to where it's just like, okay, when I get this degree
Hmm.
or what if I move here or if I do this or if I have this job, then I'll be happy. I wasn't making my current state happy. So
Ah, okay,
I was
okay.
both living too far in the future, but like I didn't have like a direction on okay from
The
point
steps
A
to
to point
get,
B.
yeah.
Yeah, the countdown, the reverse engineered, like what we've been
Oh,
talking about.
hey,
Yeah, it's funny. But
plug, plug,
like
plug.
I just was like trying to get through. I don't even know if I was trying to get through depression. Like if I was even thinking about that, it's just it's just what I thought life was, and it's hard and decapitate. No, decapitate. Anyway,
Debilitating.
yeah, thank you. My head is still here. Not decapitated. Anyways,
I mean,
yeah,
if
it
you
just
use it, that's a different story. But yeah,
you're right. Yeah. So I think if I had like okay, I didn't have an end goal or what my purpose was, like I was just surviving. I was in survival mode versus
right.
like and and so and I was like that for so long because I was always like in school and working
Hmm.
multiple jobs and like feeling like I was doing something,
Yeah,
but
no,
at the end of the
absolutely.
day, I kind of wasn't.
No,
Like,
I mean, and our parents displayed that beautifully. Hard work. Like our whole family, for the most part, have always been hard workers.
yeah,
Now,
we had to.
well, but our parents had to. I mean, raising five kids off one income. I mean, back
Yeah,
then we could say it was a little easier, but it's all relative.
right.
Pricing was cheaper, but also wages were way cheaper too. So, so we learned kind of hard work through survivability, and thus, in my book, it was funny. Once married to learn finances for once, because we never
Yeah,
learned that. We never saw that
no,
displayed. It's obviously not taught in school. I don't even think it still not whatever taught in school, and was words talking school talking blah blah blah. Um,
yeah,
and so I always learned to work hard, but they were always blue collar jobs.
yeah,
Several of them, because either I didn't have the education, I didn't have the focus, I didn't have the planned out map of my life, as well as I didn't even believe in myself, kind of thing.
yeah.
So it makes sense.
Well, I believe in you, Drew.
Well, I appreciate that. So if you never knew your purpose, how do you find it? At
It's a
this
great
age,
question.
later?
You should teach us.
Well, finding one's purpose is a process. Oh, go ahead.
Oh my god.
No. So you wrote down finding one's purpose is the process of discovering a personal, meaningful, and motivating reason for being. I wanted to throw a curveball in there, not a curveball, but just a little, caveat, so to speak. So, purpose. I googled this because I was really curious for myself. Purpose versus identity, because they are two different
Mm,
things. So, identity is the understanding of who you are based on your core beliefs, values, and characteristics, while purpose is the understanding of what you are doing or contributing to the world and the goals you are working towards. So I feel like identity is who you are, purpose is like taking who you are and contributing to the world what you're bringing to the world, so to speak. So again, those things are so confusing.
yeah.
Identity, Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost more like this episode's about identity.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
and it can
it's
be. I mean, identity is
yeah,
about the sense of self, whereas purpose provides a sense of direction, meaning in
yeah,
life. So one's self, one's direction. And the direction, the purpose is, I think, reliant on identity. If you don't know your identity, which, yeah, that could be definitely a different episode. Maybe that's next week's episode.
yeah,
Because if you don't know your identity, how do you know the purpose? Where do you fit into the scheme of things? All that.
right. Finding out who you are, and
And
yeah,
I
that's
think
very
from
interesting.
that you determine you figure out, oh, why am I an a-hole, or why have I failed at this, or what
Why
I mean,
are you an a-hole?
that is the third episode coming up. Why is Drew an a-hole? Well, I'm cranky. Um,
You're so much more or so much less of an a-hole than you used to be.
oh my gosh, seriously, man, like that is a whole nother episode. Anger, rage,
Hey, that's true. We should talk
a-holeness.
about that. I
Yeah.
got some of that too. So
Yeah, I hope you're yeah. And yeah, I hope I gave it to you. Mirrored it to you. This
yeah,
is how not to be. But yeah, so I mean our whole purpose in this, I mean, and we can literally go through the next several episodes and talk about it. And we're talking
I'm
about
down.
mental health and all that stuff too. So but just rediscovering yourself later in life. And I just want to put it out there that, like, if you find yourself later in life, my marriage is messed up, or relationships messed up, my kids, I can't connect with anymore. I'm rudder, not udderless. Maybe you have udders. Anyways, this is going south, which south is that way in my book.
Yeah.
But there is a turnaround that can happen.
Yeah.
Discovering your identity, discovering your purpose can still happen. I mean, that's the beauty of just continuing to grow and learn and educate and figure out who you are, aside from the world and what the world is preaching to you. You can find it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can.
How have you found it?
How have I found it?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yep.
Exercise helped.
Okay,
what
so
I said.
you started taking care of yourself
Yeah, started taking care of myself
through
getting through CrossFit, through exercise, and eating better and drinking less and surrounding myself with good community. I feel like you're searching for something for me to say.
No, I'm just drawing it out.
Okay. You're like, and
keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Well,
This is on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
I've been thinking a lot about this, like, because I did want to say what my purpose is or how I found my purpose, and like, I for so long relied on other people to make me happy, partners, spouses, to like live through them. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but like live for them. Careers, education. I wanted to go to law school. I told myself I had to be a lawyer and like working big in politics to mean anything, which is not true.
By the way, I think you would have been great at that. And I think you
I also think it
would
would
have
have eaten me
hated
alive.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it would have killed me. Like I would have been passionate for it, but it would have killed me. And I'm not saying that no, there's no purpose in politics. I'm saying there's no purpose, or that like you shouldn't put your purpose fully in your identity into careers, or anyway. So when I was stripped down from nothing, my whole life a couple years ago got just stripped of nothing. I had the clothes on my back, had my bike, had my car, and family, and that's about it. And so I really got like all the comforts, so to speak, stripped from me. And I had to rely on Christ, dude. Like I found my purpose in him, to where I was just like, you know what, like whatever life's gonna come at me, like I just want it to be God's will. And and I meant it too. And it was just like, and I've never like thought that before. I've never like cared that much to be like, oh yeah, whatever,
It's your
it's so funny.
rock bottom moment.
I'll give advice. I'll give godly advice to some friends, and I'm like, I can never imagine me saying this before. So this is clearly God talking through me. But anyways, I like, I finally like just submitted, and I'm not perfect, but like
What?
fully gave my life over to Christ, and just like, okay, whatever, I will be, my life will be meaningful because I'm doing what you want me to do. And it has been. I'm not, and like after I did that, God gave me Haley. She was a big answer to prayer, and he's like, "This is who I had for you," and that was a huge smack in the face of like, oh yeah, this is part of the plan. Um, and I know, God knows that I love mountain biking. I love, helping people, like, so like I feel like as long as I'm living for him, like he's giving me the things I enjoy, because I'm living for him. That's my purpose, is
Well,
like
yeah,
what Christ wants. But
yeah.
and it's
He's
been the only fulfilling thing, like
yeah,
100% fulfillment. But
yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
he's giving you the desires of your heart based off of the foundation of focusing on him. Wow,
yeah.
This went really spiritual. But it must mean something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, I'm not trying to be, well, I don't even want to say I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just being honest about, like,
Well,
just like if we had anyone else on, about
yeah. I
what our
mean, you
purpose would
talked
be.
about God speaking through to your friends. I don't think that's the truth. I think that you're speaking your heart to your friends of what God's done in your life. Which
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's the same thing, but I think that's more how it works, is where it's like from your relationship with Him and growth in Him overflows the heart.
Yeah.
What comes out is the overflow of your heart, and if it's full, it's going to be, yeah, good stuff. And
Yeah.
likewise, if your cup's empty or full of garbage or whatever, that's what's going to come out. Hence why I
Yeah.
was an a-hole for whatever years, was I'd had a lot of hate, anger, and frustration and brewing, and that would be the overflow come out.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and that it matters who's in your life. If you got negative people in your life that are just,
That's true.
there are groups that sometimes we end up hanging out with that are just, all they do is just talk about other people in a bad way, and it's just like, this is not fun. Or
And,
making me grow.
it's funny when I talk about that with people, and I mean, it doesn't come up much, but the times it has, people are like, "Oh no, I've got a pretty solid core people I'm around," while they're looking through Facebook or all the other socials and garbage that's online, and that still counts as the influence.
Yep.
All that stuff like that too. So like that was very telling in my life in the beginning.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just that's just this poison that continues to brew. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and what about you? What's your purpose? Or where do you get your purpose?
wait, those are two different questions. What is my purpose?
Answer whatever one you want.
or can I do a third that's not even on the
Sure.
Well, like you, I've learned I need to take care of myself. I'm no good. Like, I mean, our dad, bless his heart, he would work his hands to the bones and be dog tired and hurt himself, and now he's paying for it. I mean, he's had, quadruple bypass surgery. He's, done all these, I don't know. It's almost every other week where he was in the hospital, because not because like he's, falling and breaking his hip. It's because he's out working in the field and passing out in the 100-degree heat.
75 years old.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, no shade on him whatsoever. I absolutely love him. He's a beast. Got a great servant's heart.
Yeah.
But that's just, but he doesn't take care of himself because he puts others way before. And not to say that's wrong to serve others, but man, you got to keep your health up, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the above. Because if you are too beat up, how are you going to help others? And so
Right.
my turning point and how I found purpose was like, no, I need to be there for my family. I need to be there for my kid. We had our kid later on in life. He's only 8. I'm 47. So it's,
Whew.
yeah, exactly. So when I do math,
Yeah, words.
and look at him when he's going to be in high school, I'll be the white old man hunched over like, hey, way to go, son. And so I'm getting off on a tangent, but take care of myself, grow myself, not accept, like if I'm mad about something or frustrated with something, not accept it as in like, hey, this is the rest of your life, but like, okay, how can I tweak this? How can I change it? How can I improve it? Well, one of it is just focusing on myself, my health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and finding that who I am at my core,
Yeah.
Finding my identity and then finding my purpose from that. And it's a lot of self-work. It's a lot of selfish work. I mean, we talk about, how selfish is it, down below. But for the most part, the things that were around me and that was involved in my life started to form my purpose or reshape my
Yeah.
purpose. So like when I was diagnosed with fibro and really feeling the effects of it and not understanding it enough to understand like how to, work with it, it threatened my identity. It threatened and reshaped my purpose. Oh, this
Yeah.
is your life now. And it's like, this is not a good life, and with some other words, there were other words used in the process. And so understanding, educating myself on what fibro is and how it works and how I work with it and stuff like that, all of a sudden I'm starting to take control back, starting to focus on things of purpose and such. So yeah, that in a roundabout way is kind of what I
Yeah.
do. I go internal first and then serve others.
Yeah.
And not I mean, maybe I should ask somebody else, but I don't think it's selfish. I think it's very much like, and that's why I get up at 5-ish in the morning, is because
Mhm.
that's my quiet time. That's my time to focus, grow, learn new things, do homework. I've got my own homework stuff, not traditional school, but things I want to work on. And that's my time. In fact, sometimes Ethan will wake up at 6 a.m. and come downstairs. I'm like, buddy, it's not time. It's dad's time right now. And he knows. He's like, okay, cool. I'm just going to go upstairs and read,
Yeah.
And,
It's so sick.
but I have to protect that. And I mean, I'll go on vacation and still get up at 5:30, something like that to protect that time because it's so valuable.
Yeah. No, it's good. Like, yeah, because this, I've had discussions with people, been like, oh, this is selfish that I like to go leave my family to go train for an hour or something like that. It's like, no, it's not. Like, you need to take care of yourself so you can take care of everyone else in the family. Yes, it can, anything that is, quote, good for you, if it becomes your main focus and takes you away from your family, then sure. You could go, oh, I'm at the gym for 3 hours every day, to hide away from your family. Then sure, that could be selfish or toxic. But if you're
I'm,
going
yeah.
to make yourself better and healthy so that you can lead and love and flourish and be happy with it in your life and in your family, then no, that's great. That is one of the most selfless things you can do, because you're going to get you're building discipline. It's hard. It's not like you're going to a spa. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Anyways,
I was like, that is good
like,
self-help.
actually, yeah, that is good self-help. But I just mean, like, it's not easy. It is not easy to train and work hard. You are beating yourself. You're choosing the hard for your life. The 1 hour a day really difficult so that you can face the other 23 hours in the day.
Well, well, I'm sorry, real quick to
you're
interject
fine.
there. Like, the flip side of it is, if let's say you're like, no, I'm not going to train an hour a day or 2 hours a day or whatever the case may be, like to better myself, you're choosing to go the opposite direction. So there's action involved either way. And there's
Yeah.
hardship involved either way. It's hard to work out. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to be focused. It's hard to get up again and again when you're tired, beat up, sore, whatever the case may be. But it's also hard to digress. It's hard
Yeah.
to, you don't stay neutral. It's either you're working hard towards a goal or you're, shrinking away. And as you get older, it gets harder and harder to bounce back to like, okay, now I'm going to work,
Yeah.
on myself. And so it's not a center line. It's either you're going this way towards better health or the opposite way, further away kind of a thing. So
Yeah. Giving up sucks. It's not easier. Like it's short term, it might be a little bit easier than keeping going, but long term, like it destroys your whole life. It destroys everything, and you'll have regrets. You'll wish you worked harder, and you won't get that back.
I liken it to Taco Bell. and in the sense of, and thankfully they will never be a sponsor of ours, or we'll never seek them out for a sponsorship, so I can say this freely. Yeah, wait a minute. They have their health line, but I like to talk about in the sense that it's like when I'm hungry and I'm driving, it's like, oh my gosh, I could just go for a burrito right now. But it's quick, fast, right there. You eat it, you get it, eat it, and then you better be close to a restroom. Or at least that's me. But because I like it to that where it's just like the quick, easy steps are not better. You get that little
Instant
joy,
gratification.
instant gratification, little joy, and then instantly you're gonna be like, I hate life. My guts are coming out. All that stuff.
Well, not even that, but
no, that's it.
But like energy, like your body just feels like crap beside your stomach. Like it just depletes you. It doesn't. It's empty calories. It's empty nutrition, and so and you learn to love the more difficult things because of how it makes you feel and how your world changes and
oh my gosh,
everyone around you feels.
I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Like, I mean, like what you talked about, where it's like a big workout before you eat. Oh my gosh, that food tastes so much better.
Yeah,
because of the grind you did before you, and like because you shared that a couple episodes ago. I'm like, okay, this Thanksgiving, I don't know where we're gonna be, but I'm gonna, and hopefully my back's compliant, but I'm gonna go do something,
Yeah.
And I mean, my friend right now, my buddy James, he's been working hard with just body weight.
Sweet.
And he said, I'm healthier, more ripped than I've ever been. And he humbly says that because he's a very humble guy. I love it. But I, and it's encouraged me. It's like, you don't need weights. You don't need this. You just go and beat yourself up. And even with my back, I've been like stabilizing my back and just working my arms and just cooking them. I mean, I'll do the other day, Friday morning, I did 5-pound weights each, just 5 pounds. On machines because I want the stability of my back not being engaged, right? Yeah. So it kind of sucks on machines, but I'll do 50 reps at 5 pounds each. I'll do 50 reps with that. And like I'll usually, like if I'm doing the bar, what the heck? I'm blanking on it. What is it? The bench press. Bench press.
Oh, bench press.
It's kind of hard to show standing or sitting up, but I'll do that and like I'll burn out at 30, so I just wait, do more, get to 50, and then I'll move on to 4 more machines, and I'll come back and I did 200 each.
Nice. That's
and
sweet.
my arms were toast, and like, okay, I could do that, and Thanksgiving morning I can do that, and so like I guess I'm just circling back to this because there is such a great feeling of piling your food on, going, man, my body needs this nourishment right now. People pile on food when it's just like, I know you just sat and watched 4 football games right now. Like your body doesn't need this, and
Watching other people work out.
Our plumbing won't need this. When you're done. And so, or take a walk after, whatever. I'm looking forward to that piece for sure.
Yeah, I am too.
It's my Thanksgiving Day purpose.
That's awesome. Your Thanksgiving Day purpose. I love that. Dude, I started seeing like shapes when you were talking. Not because I don't know if you saw me, but I was just like, whoa, I like blacked out for a second. I was hearing everything you had to say, but wow, that was weird. The sickness is
Man,
weird, man.
I want whatever you got going on right now,
I
bro.
don't want.
Oh.
Dude, it's so funny because when I first started feeling sick and I went, work sent me home because they could hear in my voice how sick I was getting. I was like, all right, I am gonna get some caffeine and I'm cleaning the whole house and like get everything done for this weekend so that for our anniversary we can hang out and stuff. And I did all that. I was like, all right, because I still had energy. It was just my head and stuff. And then I woke up the next day, yesterday, Friday, and I was just like, everyone get away from me. You do not want this. This sucks. Like normally when I have a cold, like everyone says the man cold. Like last time I had a cold, we were mountain biking in Sedona. Like I mountain biked all through Sedona with a cold. That's
The
usually
man
my
cold.
sickness. And this was like not like Haley's like, are you sure it's not COVID? And I was like, I don't think so. Like it's just knocked me out and like spinning and like, whew, all right. Like I've definitely, I mean, COVID was way worse, but yeah, so this has been an interesting one, but
Okay.
it sucks. But
Yeah, while you're seeing stars and shapes and ponies, what does your purpose look like right now? I'm putting you on the spot.
Christ.
Well, I mean, yeah. Don't curse at me. No, I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean there are that is very, and I'm not like trying to get around that at all, but just like people can say that. Yeah, oh my true north is, God and his desires. Well, okay, what does that look like on a practical
Right, totally.
in this world thing? Because we can preach all day or talk all day. Yeah, that's what I mean by preaching. We could talk all day about like, yeah, get your purpose and find it. And my purpose is to serve my family. Great. What are you doing? What is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
identify
on a
it.
day-to-day basis, what is that? Because and write it down. Like, I mean, this
Yeah.
is challenging me. I need to write this stuff down because this world is a distraction. Right or
Yeah.
wrong. It could be beautiful distractions. It could be horrible distraction, but it is a distraction of who you desire to be. What is your purpose? And write
Yeah.
it down. And so I'm curious with you, if you could say, give me 3 of your purposes and what you're doing. 2. 2?
3's fine.
I'd say 1, but the fingers kind of would be, yeah.
We get that middle finger.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely something to chew on. That helps, so I can identify it better for myself. But first thing that comes to mind is doing this podcast at a broader stance and
Widely
with
angled.
reaching more people, being a force for good in a world that's not. The algorithms are hard to fight against, of getting noticed. So I think that we're supposed to be doing this more. And so I think our purpose is for figuring out how to be doing this in a bigger stance. And that's what we've been working on. And it's been slow growth, but it's been growth. It's still going up.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with it. There's 1.
Okay.
2, my solidifying my relationship with Haley, in a marriage stance. So that's something we're working on, in the next year or so. And loving my brother.
Wait, no. I mean, duh.
What?
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah,
but
that's a good one.
go back to Haley. Go back to your relationship. What are you doing in that? You mentioned what it is, but
saving for a ring?
no.
Oh.
Come
I
on.
was like, what are you talking about?
Like we were talking about, where it's just like, hey, okay, this is what I'd like to do, but like we haven't identified the steps, or I haven't identified. So I would expect you in this case to be like, I'm working on my marriage. What I'm doing is I'm working on my own self, my anger, or my, what I'm not saying, I'm not calling you out on that,
right.
but just like I'm working on my shortcomings so I can come to the table, into the marriage table. Marriage table?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Like better and to where, yeah, just,
Yeah,
and
well, I
I'm really
think
putting you on the spot on this one,
yeah,
and
no,
you
you're
don't have to
fine.
share too much, but
I think working on, keep doing what I've been doing, working on myself to lead to, actually focusing more on my relationship with Christ, and like staying in the Word and seeking guidance from Him so I can guide us, and my own health, exercising, mountain biking, experiencing the joy in life. Luckily, a lot of Haley's fun passions are mine too, with mountain biking and training, and so we get to do that together, which is awesome. Freaking love it. Um, yes, Drew, you're still my favorite mountain biking buddy, and then Haley's a
woohoo!
close second. Anyways, and just living each day to find the joy. Like, it's so easy to like let anger come in, or
The distractions, yeah.
frustrations, but like, we've both, Haley and I, have seen how crappy the world can be and how
Mhm.
crappy we can be treated. So we're just like, I found, here's someone I love and care about and respect, and want to give them the world they deserve and never had. And also, like, she's got some passions that, like, she's gonna probably start racing next year, mountain bike racing, that she's like her own, like, are you sure I could do that? And I'm like, I've seen you ride. Yeah, go do it. And she's like, okay. And believing in herself, it's part of, guidance, and the kids as they grow older
Purpose,
to
you.
I'm extending it to part of my purpose is leading the family. I talked about me already.
Okay,
Talk
third
about
thing.
you. Oh my gosh.
Why do we have to
That
do
was a
that?
third thing. First thing was podcast. Second thing was me. Third thing was family.
Yeah, and not in that order. I know that. No. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's no order. It doesn't have to be an order here, but just
Yeah.
for me, it's like continuing to work on myself. And in that, I'm in like a men's group that works on addiction stuff. I'm in, trying to get more involved in community. Trying to continue the space for myself, working on myself, educating myself, all that stuff like that, so that from the overflow of my heart comes good stuff to my family and all that. Second is the podcast. I find a lot of value here. Not just, I mean, our interaction, continues to help me grow. Continues to help me listen to myself going, oh, am I just spitting BS, or do I follow these practices? And it's challenging to me,
Yeah.
which is good. It's a good challenge to have. And I'm thankful for you that, you are a safe person to be challenged with, kind of thing.
Aw.
And so, I'm thankful for that. And so it's a continuation of that, but also I want a broader reach, like you say, and I know you share the same focus, and that broader reach is not necessarily like, oh, I want clicks, I want hits, I want,
Right.
popularity, and like to go viral. I could care less. I don't want,
Yep.
the only
Nope.
thing I want more people to listen to is only if they're inspired to change their own lives.
Yeah.
To help each other, to focus on others, to serve themselves so they can serve others better, to get healthy themselves so they can help others get healthier. That's my only goal with this. And I want to do it from the platform of the podcast. I want to get a couple of vans to where we're going around to different venues, sharing the stoke of our sponsors, but also of the podcast. I want to continue to get amazing people on the cast to, educate us as well as our listeners. Like, I just want it to be a place where, hey, we're not just blowing smoke or fluff. We're just two dudes living a life trying to change our stars, our future. So that's definitely a focus. And that's kind of the two focuses right now. I mean,
Yeah.
and I think that's okay. In this season, I think this is a seasonal thing. In this season, I think that's okay to have that in the overflow of my work, hopefully benefit. I think it'll benefit my family. My wife's got big dreams and goals coming up, and I know working on myself is going to help her in her changing out of a career that she's been in forever. And so yeah, so we've got those things going on, and the healthier I am, the better outcomes will come. So
Yep, definitely.
This episode is outfitted by Pendulum Threads, built for the hybrid athlete. Head to pendulumthreads.com and use code COUNTDOWNTO for 15% off your order. Pendulum Threads. Perfect comfort, perfect performance.
Yeah, no, this is good.
yeah, I'm gonna go after this. I'm actually literally gonna go write down my purpose, my current
I know,
purposes.
yeah.
So
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is the question you gave to me? It made me think about it more because, like we said, in our journey of this is an arrival, this is the journey.
yeah.
Like
That's been
as I
huge,
was
man.
reading, when I was reading about what purpose is, I was just like, oh, I've never thought about it that way. Like, and you asking this question, it made me like, oh, I got to chew on that and figure it out. Like, we're figuring it out. We got through the beginner stage before getting training and
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Is like we've figured that out, and so we can help people get up there. And then now we're hey, let's all figure this out together.
Yeah.
And so
No, and that's awesome. I appreciate that. Like, you and I have ingrained in us, like, hey, serve others, and but don't focus on yourself. That's selfish. That's sinful, even, and it's just a load of garbage. Like, there is that balance, like you said. If you're spending 8 hours at gym neglecting your family, yeah, that's bad. But
Yeah.
but like, take care of yourself, because I mean, our alternative here is to, and this is what it looks like. A visual picture is, we could be out here talking all day about serve others while we're 800 pounds.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
with a microphone in front of us. And there's too many people with microphones. I'm not talking about podcasts in general, but just in life, too many people have a microphone pushing
Garbage.
adjectives and garbage and all stuff like that, while they're not even taking care of themselves. And it's like, how two-faced is that?
Yeah.
There's no inspiration there. There's no hope there. There's no life there. And we want to speak from a place of life, of like, hey, like, it's hard to lose weight. It's
Right.
hard to get out of depression. It's hard to get past suicidal ideations. It's hard to work and live in the Pacific Northwest with fibromyalgia and the changing of the season. It's hard to work with slip disc, all this stuff like that. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. But there's a better life through this hard work. And then, you wonder why your family's the way it is. Maybe it's you. Maybe you got to work on your own shiz to be able to lead better, or lead from service after taking care of yourself. And after a while, it's this, it flows together. It's very intertwined, to where you're working on yourself and the family at the same time, or with the family. And it almost becomes easier. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant, but it almost becomes easier, because, like, the more my wife knows I'm working on myself, the more she's just like, yeah, she gets on board and excited and works on herself. And I mean, that's how I found leading, quote unquote, leading my family, is they mirror what I do. Not that they have to, but it's her choice. Like, hey, here's a man that's actually going someplace, and that I want to go. And so she gets on board and she gets excited and all this stuff. And I desperately want my 8-year-old son to see hard work. Like, he's almost black belt in Taekwondo. He's 2 belts away. And so he's learning those disciplines. And there are plenty of days where he's like, Dad, I don't want to go. I'm so tired. Or I'm so this, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I know you are, bud, but the hard work pays off. You're almost a black belt, and that alone in itself is nothing, And I want to get into statistics of, like, hey, those bullies in your playground, they're not going disciplined black belt. They're just stronger because they're bigger, chunkier, whatever. It's gonna. That's a whole nother story. But I want him to see. I don't want to be on the couch, son, you need to go exercise, and him be like, Dad, you're 300 pounds,
Right. Yeah.
And even emotionally or in my head or my brain is withered away, and I'm telling him, hey, go study, go read a book, while I'm binging on my phone or YouTube or whatever. And that's garbage, man.
Yeah. Leading
So
by example.
I love it
Exactly.
because
Like,
there's times where he'll be like, hey, is it movie night? And I'm like, yeah, no, it is movie night. And he's like, well, wait a minute. I watched 2 movies yesterday. I should probably not watch a movie tonight. And I'm just like,
nice.
what is good? That's rad. I love it.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's great.
but anyways,
Yeah, there is I love that rant. That was very good. Um there I have that was impressive. Um I have seeked. I have looked for
sought.
sought I've looked for purpose in all the wrong areas. I looked for all the wrong stuff. Fulfillment and even
Looking for nub.
stuff, substance to ignore what?
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway,
was good.
to ignore to give a false sense of purpose,
Sure.
by silencing the pain.
Yeah. It's a big one.
Short term wise, and this is it. There is it's so simple on like complicated, but if you figure it out, once you figure it out, it becomes easier and simple. But there's so much gratification on when you work hard, you seek the right things to grow and lead, and then when you and put yourself first for a moment so that you can help others, help your family, and then watching them flourish from what you've done.
Mhm.
Your spouse, them just like seeing like, wow, you're such a hard worker, or wow, this, and they do it too. And like now Haley's training super hard because I set the example, and she motivates me, and then the kids too, and like and them recognizing how much work you do for all of them. And what?
I just
Did I
wanted
interrupt you when I was talking, when you were ranting?
just with your face. But anyways, but no, I wanted to speak to that too because when you also work on yourself, you receive stuff better. And so Haley's, seeing your hard work and she's being motivated. Well, her working on herself motivates you.
Yeah.
Continues to motivate you, but you're able to receive it better just because you're healthy and all that stuff like that. I mean, it's just this beautiful circular motion. Anyways, continue on.
Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. That's it.
Yeah, done.
No, like, and even before we started dating, we were friends, and she was so impressed with how hard I had been working, being single, like exercising all the time. Like, I remember as a friend, she invited me to something, and I was like, "No, I'm training. Like, I got CrossFit. Thanks though." And she was like, just blown away of like, "Wow, okay, that's cool." And then it made her like,
little gym rats.
yeah.
Right.
And then she was like, she started going to CrossFit with me when we were just friends, and because it was infectious, and she's like, "I've always wanted to do that," and like, and she's told me too. She's like, "Man, I always wanted a partner that would like help me to exercise and reach my goals, and like and join an extreme sport like mountain biking," and she's killing it. And she's you were talking about Alyssa just being like, wow, Drew's working on your wife. Drew's working on himself so much, and loving that. Like, it's a very attractive, like admirable thing, taking care of yourself and not being another child, another baby for them to worry about. Like, it's not their job. It is your job to lead, and it's not hard. Like, it is fulfilling. Like, it's hard, but like, it's not. It's completely fulfilling. Like, this is just how this is supposed to be, and it's hard to get there. It's not a one-day change, but like, go for a walk tonight. And then do it again tomorrow. That kind of thing. Like, starting small.
And like we said, that like our significant others and spouses see this, and then they're more apt to, and this is not the motivation, but then they're more apt to go, hey, you know what? Yeah, spend more time. My wife will be like, yeah, go mountain biking. You have a better, you come back better. Yeah, after you get that out, kind of thing. And so she sees that. She sees like, a bill from Mountain Ops, for supplements, but she knows that that's super helpful for me, and that helps, things. So she's like, all right, that's worth investing in, kind of thing. And so
it's cheaper than alcohol.
Yeah,
I think supplements are cheaper than alcohol, but they're definitely better for you.
Yeah, hands down, definitely, on both accounts.
Yes.
So, cool. I'm thankful for the work that you've put in. I'm thankful for you sharing the work you've put in, and I'm stoked on the future of, as you continue to grow. I mean, like, this has been an interesting year because me with my slip discs in my back right now, you and your broken collarbone, like, you and I both talked about how each other has handled that way different than we have in the past, and I don't want to ever have more slip discs or broken anything, just as you don't. But it's nice to look at that going, oh man, because of this hard work, it was a setback, or it's been a setback having my back the way it is. But like, I'm growing through it, growing from it. I've already seen the growth in it because I'm treating this way different than I ever have, and my mood is different than it's ever been. Watching you with a broken collarbone, like, you wouldn't know it. I mean, like, we don't see each other every day, obviously, but you wouldn't know it because you were just like, hey, I broke my collarbone. That's what it did, and I'm still going to have life and enjoy things, and you're back better than ever, And so it's the growth is evident in what you do with hardship,
Yeah.
And so, like, as we continue to grow, as we continue to help and try to influence others and such, I'm looking forward to, there's only going to be good things coming from it. Even if the world throws bad things at us, we're building on, such goodness. I'm losing words, but we're building on this foundation that we're developing to where, it's going to suck, but what we do with it can easily turn it around to where, it actually wasn't that bad because we're coming from a place of health and wellness, body, spirit, and mind, kind of thing. So,
yeah, exactly. We're choosing the hard stuff, and overall it makes it easiir.
Yeah, choosing the hard stuff, but then when the hard stuff does come, even if we didn't choose it, we're equipped and well and healthy enough to handle it. Without in the past, and I'll stop with this, but in the past, anything hard that came up, I'm like, hang it. I'd hurt myself, I'd hurt my back or whatever the case may be. And I'd be like, yeah, guess I'm done. That sucks, and I just quit. I quit schools. I quit, so many things because, like, hang it, this world, sucks and I can't get through it. And man, that's just poison, to you and everybody else around you, kind of thing. So,
just like my coach, he used to always say, like, I'm kicking your guys' ass for an hour to 2 hours every day, so you can be ready for what the other 22 hours in the day have for you. So, and it's so true. But 100%. It conditions you ready for the world, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So, well, I love you, dude. I love our listeners with my whole heart. And we'll continuing on. I am fading.
No, I know. I wasn't saying anything because I wanted you to keep going because I want to hear the sickness come out. You're like, I love you, man. It's so good.
I should have done this yesterday. I've been like,
It always reminds me of you telling us that you would go to the gym drunk just to see what it was like, and it's like, oh man, buddy.
Yeah, that was worse.
And that'd be
than
hilarious
this,
to watch. Don't do it though.
No.
Learn from his. Yeah. But no, I love you too. I appreciate you. I appreciate the journey that you're on. You inspire me to work harder and work through even the hard times. And yeah, I'm stoked for this podcast and the direction we're going. And we'll have vans soon, and we'll have just
touring soon, and
yeah.
events.
I've been looking more and more at camping this next summer. Like, I'm gonna sneak it in as much as possible.
So
Mountain
proud.
biking, and taking as many people along as I can with us. I want to get into fishing. You ever want to fish?
Yeah, fishing's fine.
Yeah, that would sound really motivating.
If someone wants to supply me with poles, absolutely. I do not
that's
need
all it
another
takes, huh?
thing to spend money on.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But yeah, just to be out in the woods and unplug.
All right, soon, everyone, we're all going to camp in Drew's van, all of us together.
Why not? Let's just do it.
Why not?
Why not? Make great pictures. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Chat us up if you want to add anything or ask questions, or just whatever, shoot the breeze. Appreciate y'all. And go take care of yourself, bro.
You too.
Bye.
Late.
10.